Hi everybody, Cynthia here. I'm back with the 13 haunted projects of Halloween. I'm doing number 7 today. And as you can see, I have a little assembly line going here of candy corns because I made this cute little Halloween candy corn party favor treat box. So it's a side and the back. And then I just have some like basket filler here that I made, and then I fit in a couple of candies. Okay, so you can fit a couple of nice treats in there, maybe a few more. I just only put 3 in because I wanted to put this filler on top. Okay, so this is what we're going to make today. Let's set that over here. And I used for the spider, I had a little spider in one of my stamp sets, and I got this like at a yard sale. This is just a random bunch of different ones, but I got this spider and this bat here, so I couldn't tell you what stamp set it's from, but that's what I used. And then I used a section off of a spiderweb doily die, and I also used the Trick or Treat sentiment from Tiny Treats Halloween Volume 4, and this is from Paper Tray Ink. Okay, so let's get started. Let me move some of this stuff. And there's my little guys there to put this together. And the really nice thing about it is if you don't do Halloween, you don't have to decorate it. You know, Halloween, you could put like fall leaves down here, maybe a little pumpkin, some fall, you know, different fall decorations. Doesn't necessarily have to be for Halloween. Remove this. Okay, so what you're going to need to make the box itself, let's set this aside here, is a sheet that measures 4 inches by 3.5. You're going to line it up at the 4-inch mark on your scoreboard, and you're going to score at 1.5. And you're going to turn it around to the other side and score again at 1.5. And then line it up at the 3.5-inch mark and score 1 inch. And then flip it around to the opposite side and score at 1 inch again. And let me set my scoreboard aside. Fold up my score lines. And you're going to cut on your score lines to create 3 tabs on each side. Okay, so you have this tab, and this tab. Flip it over. Cut on your score line right up to the next one, and you have 3 tabs on this side. Get some glue here. Okay, so I'm going to fold my 2 center tabs in and add some adhesive. And I'm just going to pull one side up and line it up with that little tab there. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Line them up and glue them. And then I'm going to add glue to the last 2 flaps here. And I'm just going to close up my box and lift up the flaps on each side. Okay, so now you have your little treat box. I'm going to take my bone folder and run it along those flaps on the inside just to make sure they're nice and secure. That's a cute little box. The box itself, let me get out a ruler in case you're interested, measures 1.5 across by 1.5 high by 1 inch wide. Okay, so now we're gonna create our candy corns here, very similar to how I made these little candy corn embellishments. We're just using different size circles. Okay, so for the yellow circle I cut out 4.5 inches. My orange circle 3 inches, and then my white circle is 1.5 inches. And you're just going to get out your glue and you're going to try as best you can to center the orange one on top of the yellow. And you're going to do the same thing with the white on top of the orange. Kind of like you're creating a little bullseye. Okay. Then we're going to take our cutter, and on your cutter, once your circles are nice and dry, you're going to line it up at the 2.25 inch mark in your cutter, and you're going to cut it in half. Okay, then you're going to take this flat part, line it up again at 2.25 inches, and that gives you your 2 pieces you'll need for your little treat box. So then you have 2 more available to you to make more. So you get 4 candy corn pieces out of it. And this actually in itself makes a nice embellishment for scrapbooks or card making. You could even go ahead and, you know, cut these in half if you wanted to make them a little bit smaller. Completely up to you. But let me set 2 aside because you only need 2 for the box. And all I did was line up my candy corns. Popped right out of my corner rounder, and I'm going to round the corners. Put it in, round the corner, slide it in, and round the corner. The white piece is a little thick because you figure you have 2 layers there. So I needed two hands for that one. Okay, so then once you have your corners rounded, as you can see here, the yellow piece, I did a line of yellow glue, glitter glue, orange, and white. So let me get out my yellow. And I'm just going to go along the edge. What's really nice is I used my stitched dies. If you could see, there's a little bit of stitching in there. So I'm really following that line on the stitch die to put my glitter glue. But all you need to do is just run it along the edge of your different colored pieces. So now I have some orange. Probably should have started at the top, huh? And I'm going to run it along that edge. And I stuck my thumb right in it. There we go. Good thing it was still pretty wet so I could wipe it off. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the white piece with my clear glitter glue and try and grab it very carefully. Okay, set that aside. And what you're going to want to do is let this completely dry before you assemble them to your box. Now I already have a set that the glitter is nice and dry. This is how they turned out. Okay, so I got my box. I'm going to add glue to the front piece. And then just line this little guy up on there as best I can. And go inside the box and run my bone folder over it. Make sure it really sticks, and then I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing on this side. I love creating little party favors, or you know, I'm sending out Happy Meal. You can send little treats along with it, or for your swaps. I just think it's so much fun to make little treat boxes and bags, things like that. Okay, so that's pretty much done, and you could decorate it however you like. I cut 2 pieces off of my spider web. Where to put it? Here it is. I just cut 2 sections out of this spider web here, and get my tweezer. I'm going to glue that on just to kind of show you how I decorated mine. I went to Joann's too and got some of that new, it's a DCWV Halloween paper, and can't wait to start using it. It's so cute. Okay. Just gonna line it up about right there. Run my bone folder on the inside. Okay, and this glue dries nice and clear. Clean that up or I'll forget. And then I have my little spider guy here, and I just colored him up a little bit with just my, it's like a steel gray colored pencil, and then I put 2 foam dots on the back of him because I wanted it to have a little dimension. And then I fussy cut it out, or just cut it out, sounds good to me, and pop him on the box. And then my little trick-or-treat sentiment, I just did 3 little tiny dots with my orange jelly roll pen, and I'm going to add this right to the bottom and put some more candies in there. And a little more of that basket filler. And I just cut this out of scrap pieces of paper with my, what do you call these, pinking shears? And made my own, which I like to do because, I mean, you can buy it at the Dollar Tree. They have bags of the white stuff. But sometimes they don't have all the colors I want, and I never was able to find black. So that's it, guys. That's our little candy corn party favor, treat bag, treat tote, whatever you'd like to call it. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. I thank you so much for watching, and if you give it a try, I hope you have fun making yours. Take care and happy crafting.